Hi guys, this is Mr. Jacobson, and I thought it'd be cool to maybe create a video to help people uh, hack these Fusion apps. So I thought I would start with Whac-A-Mole. I've already clicked on the link and downloaded the MFA file, and I just wanted to show you what it would take to get an A. As you can see right now, those are the Whac-A-Mole mounds, and if we were to test it and play it, there are no sounds, there's no music, and as you see, there was a little worm pop up, and we don't want to click on the worms, we want to click on the moles to get points. Clicking on the worms will subtract. Now this game is broke because after about 20 or 30 of these, it starts going so fast, no human can keep up with it. So we need to fix that too. So let's get started. First, let's change this background, and we do that by clicking on the frame itself. That's this level here, frame level. And right here are the properties. So hopefully a properties frame open. And as you can see, there is the way to set the colors. Now we could insert a background graphic. You could go find something off the internet that had a lot more detail in it and do that. I'll just leave it for green right now. Let's change this counter font. And to do that, let's say we'll pick the color orange. I don't know why. And we're going to click over here on the font, import font, and let's get something kind of, ooh, that looks good. And boom, see, boom, that's all there is to it. And now we got a different font. So we changed the background, we changed the font. Basically, when you turn this into me, I don't want to recognize anything as my own. If we open up this graphic by double clicking on it, ooh, that's big. Let me shrink it down a little bit. This is kind of a built-in editor. It allows us to edit every single frame and animation. This thing only has one graphic in the stopped animation sequence, and I am storing the different states of the game in the directions. So the right direction is the mole hill. I copied that mole hill in the other three directions, and then I added the worm. That's the thing you don't want to click on and hurt, and there's the mole. So same hill in every direction. Now we can delete these, kind of clear them out, all that business. And you can hand draw, maybe go back to this direction, hand draw something, maybe a black hole or whatever. And then once you've done that, you can copy and go to the other directions and paste it in, maybe delete any additional frames that were carried over. Um, and that's the easiest way to do it. But some of you are like, oh, I don't like to draw. So this is a difficult way, but we'll show you anyway. I'm going to click on the import button. And I took some time earlier to create I went out online, I opened up my favorite paint program, which is paint.net. I found a little tube. I'll just show you what it looks like. There it is. I had a little, one of those Mario tubes, they go down, and I pasted it in 3 separate spots. Then I found a little Mario, pasted it in the second, and then the villain, of course, is in the third. And for this particular one, if we're going to import that graphic, I want to grab, since I'm on the right direction, it's just the empty pipe. So I'm going to click import selection, make sure none of these are accidentally selected. Import selection, select, and just grab it. And okay. Now we grabbed too much, so I want to clean it up by getting and cropping the extra space. And this is the anchor point of the image. We want to make sure for all images it's the same. So I'm going to use the bottom of the pot, bottom middle. Now I'm going to go and grab the second one and import selection again. This will be Mario, the good guy. Again, we don't want to get rid of that extra stuff, and recenter it at the bottom of the pot. And now the enemy, boom, open that up again and go and import that. Look at that guy. And get rid of the extra space. Recenter it. We're recentering it so that all graphics are at the bottom of that little pipe. I said pot, didn't I? Pipe. Otherwise, when they switch to those different graphics, the graphic is going to kind of jump around and won't look smooth. We wanted that pipe to look like it's staying in the same position. And I okayed it. And look at that beautifulness. Let's just check that out. Da, 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 da. Come on, 5-second delay. There we go. Don't click on that one. So that seems to be working. Well, we're almost there. It is now time to go in. We are currently in the frame editor up here, this level editor. We rarely go into this editor, the storyboard. That is mainly for adding more levels, which we don't need. And this is the other really important one, the event editor. I'll click on that, and these are all the rules. Now, what's broken in the game is we start the game with a 5-second delay between pop-ups, and then every second we shave off about 10% of the time. So after not much time, it gets down to less than a second and fraction of a second, and things are just popping up way too fast. So let's fix this first. This is a 2-click fix. We're going to right-click on that deduction and edit it, and instead of taking off 10%, we're going to take off 5%. Same as multiplying by 0.95. You could go 0.96, 97, 98, 99, and take even longer. It's up to you. Now we want it to where when it gets down to about half a second, that's as fast as it's ever going to get. So just like we have triple rules here, we're going to double up a rule. So every second that the time is greater than half a second, so we're going to insert, and here's where that global variable A that stores the time between pop-ups, compare to that global value. A is what we're using. You want to make sure that it only does this when it's greater than, how about 0.5, half a second. So now that kind of puts a ceiling. It's not the best fix, but it should work. And finally, sound. So here we go. We're going to right-click. Start a frame is where the music is going to go. So we're going to play and loop that music. We need to use the bottom browse. It's kind of a glitch in Fusion, I think. I don't like that. And there's our music. You want an MP3. YouTube has free music, so you'll want to use, that's just a quick way to get free music. Download an MP3, so we'll take that as our music. Make sure it's 0 so it keeps repeating. It doesn't puke out halfway through the game. 0 means continuous loop. And now for the sound effects. This direction is the one we don't want to click on, so we're going to play the negative noise for that. Sample, and we're just going to do a direct play sample. And again, bottom browse. And this is going to be hit, hurt, bad. Do not click on the good guy. And then lastly, right click, sample, play sample, bottom browse, and this will be the good one, pick up. Okay, I'm going to save that and send it to the teacher. That's me. And let's go back into the level editor, frame editor, and this is where we run the application and test it, if I didn't point that out earlier. This is where you would build it, and it will create a folder with stuff in it that can be zipped and put up on Netlify for bonus points. But let's just check the game out. Okay, not sure if you hear the music. I'm going to click on Mario so you can hear the deduction. Ah, I lost the points. Yay! Don't know if it's the most appropriate music. But anyway, hope that helps. Have a good one.